Imagine if they implemented this last year. That means Roger Deakins, his first Academy Award for Best Cinematographer, he would have received during a commercial break. How much of an insult is that? That's terrible. That's just terrible. Hey everybody, I am Brett Downey. I am here talking to you about the big Oscar controversy. Did I say it right? Controversy. So the big Oscar controversy here is that there has been a decision made by the Academy to regulate some Oscar categories to the commercial break. Now, they're saying that they're trying to regulate the time. They're trying to shorten the time of the show, but then they said that they're going to show them later in the show, in the broadcast. I don't know what they mean by that. Maybe they're just going to show their speeches, and so they're regulating the 4 minutes from the four categories of the people walking up. That's literally only like 4 minutes of them walking up, you know? So if they're going to keep their speeches in, like, what's the point? So it's just 4 minutes. And it's to regulate time, they say. It's to regulate time. And I think everybody agrees that that's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous that people to get acknowledged and they actually win this award and they want to do an acceptance speech. And for 90 years prior, each category has been acknowledged. And now, all of a sudden, we have to put four categories, televise those, but during the commercial break. Like, that's when their speeches are going. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So here's the four. Let's get down to the four categories they actually are taking out. So one is hair and makeup. That's crazy. I mean, this is everybody's saying the first two, they're the least of the two, and I'm gonna get to the other two that are everybody's saying is the most important. And in my opinion, hair and makeup, I still think it's important. It's really important because guess what? Not all actors know how to do their hair and makeup. And you need people to do it. Not all directors could do hair and makeup for their actors. You need people to be able to do it, and they get paid, and they go to school for it, and that's their profession. So you have to acknowledge that that's a profession. And what if you won an award, won an Oscar, and you just knew nobody was going to see nobody was going to see your speech? Like, they just thought, like, do it during commercial, and we'll show it years later. Like, come on, it's just like, it feels like a slap in the face, especially at the last two. But I'm gonna get to the second one, and the second one is short live action film. And that's absolutely ridiculous because most of the people doing short films are the up and coming filmmakers. And if you're putting down up and coming filmmakers, then you're not going to have a future in film. And I know I'm like, if it's sounding like I might be a little extreme, but I'm just saying, like, you to actually take away a speech, literally the only thing, it could be 4 minutes since they're already going to show the speeches later in the broadcast. It's the 4 minutes of them walking up and probably getting, like, saying who's nominated, showing the movies they're in, like, whatever. So that's gonna, okay, I was wrong before, so I'll probably say like 6 minutes in all. Wow, 2 extra minutes, all the work these people put in. Now we're getting down to the final two. Number three is editing. You don't have a flow in a movie without an editor. You don't have a plot or a story and scenes and footage that makes sense without an editor. That's absolutely ridiculous. But you're going to take away editing for best editor. Do you know how hard it is to edit, people? Do you understand? Those are the people that sit down in a dark room with a red light and a computer in front of them. Well, I'm not an editor. I talk. I edit a talking video, and that's easy to do. They're the ones capturing the flow, and people don't understand that. People, I mean, I like Batman versus Superman, but everybody argues that Batman versus Superman's editing was terrible. I mean, I didn't see it, but where I did see it was in Suicide Squad. The flow of the movie was just, I mean, I think everybody agrees was just absolutely awful. And to have movie with good solid editing when you don't even realize that you're watching a movie and something like that gets rewarded and somebody works so hard for that. And like again, like I said, and I'll say it for the next one too, to put that during a commercial break is just, it's wrong. It's ridiculous. I just think it's stupid. I think it's a stupid thing to do. I don't know if they're just doing it to start controversy. I don't know. I really don't know. I just don't know why they had to do this. I don't know why they'd want to start controversy. I mean, people don't want to watch the Oscars that much anyway anymore. Ratings go down. So like, why would you even do something? Why would you do something like this when you don't really need to? You know. All right. So number 4, and this is the biggest one because it just blows my brain that this was even mentioned in the question of something getting done during television, like during televised, during commercial break. Sorry, cinematography. Cinematography? Are you kidding? Do you know what cinematography is in a movie? I'll show you what cinematography in this movie is in a movie. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action cinematography. Now, everybody, that right there is cinematography, or a film and a movie without cinematography. But guess what? I'm not alone, and all the people who are watching and who agree that it's crazy that they took out these 4 categories, you're not alone because we have a bunch of people and actors who wrote a letter to the people, to the Academy Awards people, to the Academy. And this is what the letter includes. This is part of the letter includes relegating these essential cinematic crafts to lesser status in the 91st Academy Awards ceremony is nothing less than an insult to those of us who have devoted our lives and passions to our chosen profession. And I agree with them. It's an insult. Like these people, this is a big accomplishment for them. Like this is it's huge. But I don't know. I just think it's crazy. But some of the people, like I said, you don't feel alone because there's some people in Hollywood who agree with you. I think most people do, but these are some of the signees. Doesn't list all of them, but here like George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese, I almost said Brad De Niro, Robert De Niro, Elizabeth Banks, Peter Dinklage, and Kerry Washington. So everybody's kind of on board saying, it's kind of ridiculous, but I just think it's crazy. Like the main one for me, cinematography. The art and the craft that goes into cinematography. Like lighting a movie is so hard to do. It's much harder than to me. And I do mostly like try to do like acting and directing and writing, but like I can't do cinematography well. Like it is hard to do to get good lighting without showing shadows. So that's why I have to do not live stuff and I have to get a cinematographer to do it because I suck at that kind of thing because it's hard. And just imagine last year. Imagine if they implemented this last year. That means Roger Deakins would his first Academy Award for best cinematographer he would have received during a commercial break. How much of an insult is that? That's terrible. That's just terrible. I honestly think it's going to get changed up. I think people are all upset about it, and we have another week left. We have another week left until it happens. It's not even this weekend. We have a week left, and I think they're going to get televised because it's ridiculous. I think they're going to realize how stupid and idiotic it actually is to take out 4 very important categories that people work for and live for and dedicate their lives to, and 2, editing and cinematography. That 2 categories that are essential categories to to the um to the film craft and the film industry. And to try to take that away and take that moment away from them is, I think, just stupid. So you heard it here first. You probably didn't. You probably read it on the news, but you just wanted to see a cool video of a cool person talking about it, and that's what you just got. I'm Brett Downey, and that was the Oscar controversy of